Turkish jewelry in Jersey. We can't survive without it. We can replace Turkish food imports by vegetables and fruits from other countries, but if we talk about long-term global infrastructure projects, is it profitable for us to quite cut it down? I am for a tough response, but it has to be calculated first. All these projects that you just listed were strictly criticized from the beginning of discussion. Is it correct to build it with our money? Should we build the nuclear power plant if the income from it we can obtain in, well, 10, 14 years only? Who knows what will happen in these 10 or 14 years, and it will be built now with our money. Some people said we have started, however there is just a pit. Now by the Turkish stream gas pipeline, it had to be built with our money again, not Turkish. Turks were not going to build anything at all. They were going to allow us to put the pipes on their territory with our money, equipment and facilities in order to become the distributor of our gas for Europe. In the same time, they requested extremely unfavorable conditions from the prices of transportation and for the gas prices itself. The first project and this have to be discussed in details, saying the least of it. How much is it profitable and unprofitable, replaceable or irreplaceable? Will it generate income or not? The analysis should be carried out accurately. And, in my opinion, the situation in the nuclear power station case, the analysis will not be in favor of this project. Most likely it won't be. We hoped for the best, as we Russians always do, that we create new professional relations with Turkey. Through this hope we created the cult of Turkey. In these few last years, we believed that it is a good partner. Now it's time to look at the facts clearly and revise our relations. Revise our relations with Turkey. It is good time to make an audit of our relations, because everything we have besides this speculative representation of Turkey as our friend, while we had long and complicated history, we have really deep corruption schemes in business. For example, Turkish food trade entered Russian market by corruption means. Let's be totally frank to each other. We all remember Moscow of these times. Everything was done by kickbacks and bribes from Turkish side. By these kickbacks, we destroyed our own agricultural cluster. We told ourselves, why the heck do we need it? Why do we need our agriculture? Why we need anything? We have cheap fruits and vegetables from Turkey. We said then, it is another life. Now we need to revise it. And one more thing. Pay attention please. How these days the events in Turkey and the latest events in Ukraine prove the miserable failure of liberal paradigm of superiority of the economics over everything. It failed miserably, doesn't stand even slightest criticism. Look how it was profitable to maintain healthy economical links with Russia for Ukraine. It was profitable for all points of view, but experience shows that ideology, politics, conspiracy even, informational wars prevailed over the economic logic. Now Turkey. It is very profitable for Turkey to have business with Russia. Huge number of Russian tourists go to Turkey. We offered them to become the gas provider for Europe. That means to take Europe's assets. South Europe at least. South Europe means Balkans, what Turkey fought for so long. They sell their goods in enormous amounts here. Their building companies work here. It seemed that any contradictions could be solved, and when such situations like the plane case appear, tight economic links have to make Turkey do things properly and behave attentively. We discussed it before. It had about 20 ways to soften the case and make peace with Russia. But it didn't work. The world seems to be more complicated. The liberal idea that everything depends on money doesn't stand a critic. Yes, financial side is very important, but it is not defining factor.